Legendary investor Stanley Druckenmiller just went into a show with another legendary investor, Paul Tudor Jones, and said that he should own Bitcoin right now. Now, this is a clip that you may have seen previously, and it is a very important clip because there's a lot of things to read in between the lines here. Because I'm going to show you this clip in its entirety here in a little bit. But what he is basically saying in between the lines is that as a Bitcoin holder, you can expect the Bitcoin price to shoot up through the roof. And I'm going to explain everything in this video, guys. Make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. I will also talk about the Bitcoin charts here, everything you need to know. I will talk about my trades. I will talk about a lot of stuff. So if you are at all invested in the crypto space, again, make sure to watch this from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Okay, so before I show you this massive clip talking about two legendary investors talking about how Bitcoin is going to shoot up through the sky very soon, if you read in between the lines, again, I'm going to explain everything to you later on in this video. Let's first talk about Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame. And what you can see is something very interesting. So I showed you this triangle pattern yesterday, or this bullish pennant, whatever you want to call it. And we had a fake out towards the upside. So you had a fake out, boom, people went long, and then price reversed and, people were underwater. And at the same time, right here, people starts to go short. So we break down, people start to go short, and then now we're having a big pump towards the upside. So wrecking basically both sides here. This is why I'm telling you, be prepared for volatility and be prepared for pullbacks as well. Now, if you draw this actually from the bodies of the candles or something like, you could draw it from the bodies of the candles like this. Then at that point, you can see that we didn't actually break through it. But also right here, you can see we went down below the orange line, and now we're seeing a pump towards the upside from this point. So a little bit of sideways action for Bitcoin overall, guys, but we already had a nice pullback. And as you know, my strategy is to buy every single pullback, and my bots are doing this for me. I will show you my bots here in a little bit. So you can see that we already have 5% of a pullback. So yeah, that's quite nice, to be honest. Now for Ethereum, we're below this very key resistance level at 1,805. Now on Twitter yesterday, I showed you this chart talking about if my orange line right here would hold up the S&P 500. You can see we had two green candles. We went down and we were right at the support here, basically. Now, what actually happened is this is the actual candle. So we had two green candles and then we had this reaching the support. And this is why I asked you, do you think that this orange line is going to hold up the S&P 500 price? And yes, it did. In fact, it did rally towards the upside, became a green candle, went all the way up here. And then we saw a little bit of a pullback, but you're seeing a big green candle going up as well. So this is very important because, as you know, I've been telling you that although you're seeing Bitcoin out-correlate or not correlate with the S&P 500 that much anymore. It's not correlating with stocks here recently. In fact, Bitcoin is greatly outperforming stocks. This is a chart of Bitcoin compared to the S&P 500. And you can see that not only did we break this trend line right here, we broke it severely. This is on the weekly time frame. So we went all the way up here to an index of 8. So that is absolutely fantastic. So you can see this goes all the way back to May of 2022, so this trend line. So we've broken it towards the upside. Bitcoin is greatly outperforming the S&P 500, so that is fantastic to see. But the thing is, I still think that the S&P 500, the better S&P 500 does, the better Bitcoin is going to do as well. The best thing would be for both of them to go up, just Bitcoin go up much, much more. Because if S&P 500 goes up, well, some people are going to make money on stocks and they're going to put that into crypto, but also it's going to just increase the risk appetite in the market in general. So for as long as the S&P 500 goes up, that is a good sign, but still we need to be prepared for pullbacks. In fact, I've been telling you the last few days that you shouldn't recklessly go long here with 100x leverage or something, because pullbacks always happen. And at this point, it's very important for you to also make smart decisions. Do not get wrecked, do not get liquidated, and take it one step at a time. You will make money in this bull market, just as long as you don't lose everything due to just going irresponsibly long or short for that matter as well. So as always, I continue to show you my strategies and what I'm doing. In fact, let me show you here before we talk about Stanley Druckenmiller going on that show talking about how Bitcoin is gonna go through the sky. So the fast bots actually reached 61% already here for Bitcoin. So that's fantastic. The cycle bot for Bitcoin, 85%. So all of these bots continues to add more and more profit the longer we go here. So while Bitcoin is going sideways, nothing is happening, and people are stuck in shorts, they're stuck in longs, they are trying to time the market. My bots are just, with this volatility, making more and more profit. So that is absolutely fantastic. So this is my ideal way of trading myself. So the update is that they continue to be extremely profitable. And of course, if you want to use these trading strategies yourself, guys, go down to the description of this video. You need an OKX account. So click on this link. You get up to $60,000 by clicking join now. And once you have done that, go down. Once you have the account already, with one click, you can set up each and every one of those bots. So that is something that you can do if you want to use the same strategy. Now let's talk and let's watch the legendary investor Stan Druckenmiller being on Paul Tudor Jones, another legendary investors talk show, talking about Bitcoin, talking about gold, talking about the new generation, and talking about that why he should own Bitcoin right now. And in between the lines, guys, I'm gonna talk about why this is the key point. This is the inception for why Bitcoin is gonna go to probably prices that most people did not even expect. So a couple of very key takeaways from what he says. The first thing is that he says that the younger generation loves Bitcoin. Now, he himself, personally, he loves gold. He owns a lot of gold, but he is old. And the younger generation, they have the money right now and they are putting it into Bitcoin. And guys, who do you think are going to be the investors in 20, 30, 40 years? Do you think that most of them are going to go into Bitcoin, or do you think that most of them are going to go into gold? For me, the answer is clear. They are going to go into Bitcoin. Now, another key point he says is that he doesn't own any he doesn't own any Bitcoin right now, but that he should. So he knows that he should own Bitcoin, but he can't own it right now, or he don't want to own it, or whatever it may be. The key thing is that handling private keys, going to offshore exchanges, the way to buy Bitcoin traditionally, this is not something that old investors like he, one, can do, and two, potentially is not even allowed to do it because of the regulations. But with a spot Bitcoin ETF, all of this is going to change. Everything is going to change because people like him, and imagine how many people like him are in the same boat. They want to be able to, with one click on their brokerage account, they want to be able with one click to buy Bitcoin. And this is exactly the opportunity the spot Bitcoin ETF is going to provide them. So this is some very key takeaways from this interview. And if a legendary investor like himself is talking about this, remember, this is not someone in a grocery store. This is a legendary investor. And he knows what he is talking about. So when he says these things, it is definitely worth paying attention to. So that is fantastic to see. Bitcoin is going to be accumulated by so many people like him. Now, another couple of key takeaways here is that Bitcoin's page on Wikipedia has seen its highest views since June of 2022. So people are searching for Bitcoin right now. We're seeing things start to brew. We're seeing the beginning of some massive things for Bitcoin, in my opinion. And this is just the start. Let time do its thing. We are in the beginning of a massive rally. Apart from that, if you, this is again Stanley Druckenmiller saying that he should own Bitcoin. But also let's look at this. So in terms of investments into Bitcoin from traditional markets, guys, from traditional managers, we've seen an inflow of $326 million last week. It's the biggest since July of 2022. So again, you're starting to see the dominoes fall here. You're starting to see something brew. We are at the beginning of a bull market, guys. And yeah, everything is pointing towards that. And you need to get your strategy in check right now. If you haven't been watching my videos and you didn't buy Bitcoin as we hit my orange box down, let me go down to the, yeah. As we hit my orange box down here, then you need to get your strategy in check right now. And you need to start to get your plan for how you're going to accumulate Bitcoin moving forward. Now, for me, I'm working on that video. Again, I'm working on a massive video. I want to get everything right. I'm going to explain it detailed, step by step, how I am accumulating Bitcoin myself in a safe and kind of automated way. So I will show you that here in a little bit, but you need to make up your strategy as well. Guys, that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.